Something's rotten in the city-state of Dennmarsh. A free Dungeons & Dragons adventure from Adventures awaits studios. Find the link in the description below. The city-state of Dennmarsh stands tall among the swamplands of northeastern Arden, a bastion of civilization in the wilds near the sea. Its port serves merchants and travelers from across the land, and ships laden with cargo from Lustra or Durea often dock in its harbors prior to making their way south to Valhenge and the world beyond. But not all who come to Dennmarsh are seeking trade or commerce. Introducing player character Greg, a level 1 fighter who wields 2 scimitars, showcasing his muscular and fast combat style. Despite his charismatic demeanor, he's not very educated. Greg is adorned in a chainmail armor, ready for adventure. Meet support character Thunder, a level 1 fighter known for raw physical strength, though charisma may not be his strong suit. Thunder wields a long sword and shield, clad in protective chainmail armor. Support character Bodger, a level 1 fighter exuding strength with a muscular build. He confidently wields a flail and shield, his powerful frame encased in sturdy chainmail armor, making him a formidable force on the battlefield. Support character Adam, a level 1 fighter boasting considerable muscularity, wisdom, and charisma, although he may not be the most intellectually inclined. He commands a greatsword with expertise, and his formidable figure is clad in protective chainmail armor. Greg, Thunder, Bodger, and Adam will be the protagonists embarking on this adventure. The party has just arrived in Dennmarsh. The streets, usually bustling with adventurers, town residents, nobles, traders, and the lively hum of daily life, are now eerily empty, likely due to the pervasive and unpleasant odor lingering in the air since the onset of the fouling. The rare sight of newcomers prompts the town guards to approach the characters.
Hey there! Are ye adventurers? We don't get many new faces round here, especially not in these foul times.
Yes, we are.
Well met then. The Council of Nine has been anxious about strangers lately, what with the foul air and all. You're to come with us, straight to the council chambers. The council's time is precious, and they'll not wait for wanderers. Move along now.
What do? Do you follow the guards to the council chambers?
Yes.
The adventurers trailed behind the guards through the quiet streets of the city. Perched atop a hill, the council's chamber awaited, encased by a fortified wall and an imposing iron gate. The guards exchanged words with the gate's sentries, and it slowly creaked open. Ascending the path, they reached the grand entrance. The guards ushered them into the council hall. Tapestries lined the walls of the council hall, depicting the city's history. Seated around a large table, the council turned their attention to the newcomers.
Welcome, brave adventurers. Thank you for coming. I'm Malvis Duersa, leader of the Council of Nine. I apologize for the lack of a proper welcome, but these are trying times. As you are most certainly aware, a terrible odor has permeated the city. So much so that the water itself has turned to filth. The worst affected part of the city is Vale Garden, a place some of us ourselves call home. We believe something has happened there to cause this, though our own investigations have turned up nothing. In exchange for your services in ridding the city of this foul curse, we can offer you 100 gold pieces. So what do you say?
Accept.
Anything else that you want to ask?
No.
Well, okay.
Council leader Malvis instructs them to head to Vale Garden immediately and seek out the source of the fouling. 2 town guards are assigned to escort the party and show them the way to Vale Garden. Before departing the council hall, another member rose from their seat and approached the adventurers. Unlike the other council members who exuded a noble air, this elder seemed weathered, as if marked by extensive outdoor experiences.
Hold a moment, adventurers. I am Kazimov, and I extend my heartfelt thanks for undertaking this quest. As a token of my appreciation, I present to you potions of healing and antivenoms. Living in Vale Garden has become quite challenging, with the persistent and overwhelming scent causing incessant headaches. May you embark on this journey with swiftness and purpose. Now go forth with haste.
Each character gains a potion of healing and anti-venom. As the party makes their way through town, they see just how desolate things are. The streets themselves are all but empty, and those who are out and about have cloths draped across their faces or held over their noses to try and keep the smell at bay. When the party arrives in the neighborhood of Vale Garden, the foul stench becomes unbearable. In the blink of an eye, your companions gulp down the antivenom, their expressions contorting in response to the bitter taste, and then promptly covering their noses to shield themselves from the foul stench.
Drink anti-venom and cover my nose too.
Without hesitation, you gulp down the repugnant antivenom, the unpleasant taste lingering briefly before subsiding. Following your swallow, your escort steps forward.
All right, we've reached Vale Garden. Is there anything else you need? I can't wait to get out of here.
No.
Okay, best of luck.
Now that the guards have departed, the four of you stand alone in this upscale residential area. What actions do you wish to take?
Look around.
Vale Garden is where some rich families in Dennmarsh live, but it's eerily quiet, not a person in sight. In the middle of the neighborhood, there's a hill. At the top of the hill, you see two big houses.
Head over to one of the houses and give a knock on the door.
No one responds. A note on the door mentions that they've temporarily left the city.
Head over to another house and give a knock on the door.
Same, no respond. Another note on the door also mentions that they've temporarily left the city.
Go up the hill.
At the top of the hill, there are two large houses, one on the left and another on the right. Which house do you approach?
Left house.
You reach the house on the left. What do you do?
Knock on the door.
After a short wait, a middle-aged noblewoman opens the door. She eyes your party suspiciously, casting a disdainful glance as if looking down on common folks.
What do you want?
Do you know where the smells come from?
No.
Okay.
With that, the door slams shut. What do you do next?
Go to the house on the right.
All right, you've arrived at the front of the big house on the right. What do you do next?
Knock on the door.
After some time, a young maid opens the door.
How may I be of service to thee?
Do you know where the smells come from?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Okay.
As you ran out of words, the maid said her farewells and closed the door. What do you do next?
The adventurers stumble around between the two large houses, seeking the source of the fouling without success. After a while, the dungeon master asks once more, "What do you do?"
Go back to the house on the left.
And
Knock on the door again.
after a while, the same noblewoman opens the door.
You again, what is it that you want?
The Council of Nine has sent me here to investigate the fouling.
Oh, my husband did, didn't he? That's most fortuitous. It's high time someone put an end to this foul smell. How may I assist you?
Do you know where the smell comes from?
I do express profound regret. I'm not aware. This foul odour doth inflict upon me a grievous headache. It appears that the behaviour of my son Jorha, who hath exhibited a most distressing disposition since the loss of his pet lizard, doth exacerbate our predicament. Thou mayest have encountered my brother at the council chamber. He is known as Kazimov. His residence lies just across from mine own.
Oh. Okay. Thank you.
I pray thee, find the cause of the fouling with all speed. If there be naught else, I must take my leave to attend to other concerns.
The door closes. What will you do now?
After a long pause,
Go to the other side of the hill.
You made it to the other side of the hill. There are more empty houses.
Go back up the hill and check behind the houses for rubbish.
All clear. The garbage collector must have cleared the rubbish in the morning.
Another long pause.
Please give a hint.
Go investigate.
Go down the hill.
You are back down the hill with the other empty houses. What do you want to do? While standing around, the sky suddenly darkens and a heavy downpour of rain begins. The water around your feet gradually rises, and you can see all sorts of debris, including poo, floating by. Poo is floating in front of you. Finally, you notice your companion is under a porch, sitting on top of crates to stay above the water.
Climb on top of a crate too.
After a while, the heavy rain stops and the water gradually goes down, draining away into the manholes.
Are there any manholes around?
Yes, there's one right in front of you.
Enter the sewer.
With an abundance of muscle in your party, you easily lift the manhole cover. Waited a while until the water in the sewer goes down, then enter.
The sewer is dimly lit. Light from the streets above filters down through the storm drains. The river of sewage that flows through here is 10 feet wide, 10 feet deep, and moves at a slow pace. On either side of the river are stone walkways, each 5 feet wide. Occasionally, the way is blocked by fallen stones and debris.
It's a bit dark in this place. Since you're all humans and you can't see too well in the dark, would you like to light some torches?
Yes.
Who would like to light the torches?
Adam and I.
Adam and Greg lit their torches. The group can see much better in the darkness now. What do you do next?
Let me move them to the other side.
While the sounds of rats are common in the sewer, your party failed to notice that some of them were actually right beside them in the dirty water. Suddenly, without warning, 2 giant rats and a swarm of rats rush out from the murky water and start attacking the party. Since all your party members failed their passive perception tests, they were surprised and unable to perform any actions during the first round.
Despite being surprised, the adventurers suffered only minor injuries. And then...
Why is Greg hiding behind Thunder?
Where did I go? I can't find myself.
You're behind Thunder. There, look. You're the main character, don't hide.
In the second round, as Bodger busily fended off the swarming rats, Greg maneuvered behind the swarm and skillfully wielded his pair of scimitars, cutting down several rats. The swarm swiftly shifted its attention to Greg, biting him in retaliation and causing significant damage. Meanwhile, Adam swung his greatsword at the giant rat before him, hitting dead center and slicing it into 2. In another part of the chaotic fray, Thunder exchanged heavy blows with a different giant rat, and both sustained significant damage. In the third round, Bodger botched his attack, and his flail slipped from his grip, splashing into the dirty sewer water. Rolling a 1 only added to his misfortune. Meanwhile, Greg, quick on his feet, opted to stomp on the swarm of rats, surprisingly dispatching more of them than he did with his pair of scimitars. Seeking a moment of respite, he activated his second wind ability to replenish his hit points. Thunder persistently exchanged blows with the giant rat, inflicting some damage before resorting to his second wind ability. Adam swiftly turned around to assist Thunder. With significant injuries, the remaining swarm of rats and giant rats hastily retreated up the manhole.
The rats have run away. What will you do now?
Let's go deeper inside. I'll handle moving the miniatures.
Continuing further and taking a left turn, you come across a large metal door on your left.
Open the metal door.
The large metal door is locked.
Push the door open.
The metal door is securely locked. Despite your strength, the door remains immovable.
Move further in.
Looking ahead, the passage takes a left turn. You notice light sources and hear voices coming from that direction.
Let me move to the edge quietly and take a look.
Please roll for stealth check.
As the party rounds the corner, they and themselves in front of what appears to be some kind of fortified outpost. Wooden barricades made from the flotsam and jetsam of the sewer river have been lashed together to form walls, and a wooden platform of equally questionable materials has been erected between the walkways.
What do you do now?
Move nearer to the camp.
The party makes their way into the outpost. They find themselves in the middle of a makeshift hobo camp. All around, goblins are milling about performing their daily routines. When they see the party, they scramble to arm themselves with whatever they have available. They don't attack, however. They simply try to scare the party off. A small goblin brandishes a broken sword at you.
We's no scared of you. You's in ours is city now, turnarounds and leaves. You is no welcome here.
The young goblin shakes, but whether it is out of fear or anger, you cannot tell. Looking around, you see some other goblins slowly emerging from their tents, makeshift weapons at the ready.
Do you have the key to the metal door?
Yea, you's no enter. That be our old home. You go aways. We's no like you. You're bad. Go aways.
We really need to open the metal door. Please.
Please roll for persuasion check. And you rolled a 1.
You stinky human, ugly, stinky human. Go aways. You make me vomit. Done talking. No more talk. Go.
The young goblin refused to answer any more questions. So what are you going to do?
After a long pause,
Do you want to head back up to an inn and rest for the day?
Yes, go to an inn.
You enter an inn not far from Vale Garden. The innkeeper, initially looking down, suddenly wrinkles his nose at a disgusting smell. He then looks up at you, eyes widening at both you and your sewer-soaked clothes.
How may I help you, dirty adventurers?
I need a room to stay.
There may be a wee issue, good sir. Firstly, thou art too soiled. Secondly, thou dost emit a foul odor. Whence didst thou venture? The sewers? 'Tis fouler than the fouling. Unless thou canst remedy thy filth and stench, thou shalt not tarry here.
What should I do?
Dennmarsh is a port city, and you can clean up at the sea nearby.
And so, the filthy adventurers went and cleaned themselves up at the sea as best they could, then headed back to the inn.
Thou dost seem and smell much better now, albeit wet. What can I do for thee at this time?
I need a room to stay for the night.
Very well. That would be 7 silver pieces each, a little extra for the additional work after your stay.
Okay.
You spend the night at the inn. The next morning you return to the sewer.
Do I regain my hit points in second wind?
I forgot, yes you do, and you forgot about your flail.
Oh yay. I forgot. Let's find the missing flail.
You found it easily. Now you are back at the goblin camp.
Can I play too?
Of course. Greg, kindly allow her to take control of one of the support characters. You get to control Bodger. Now back to the camp.
Yous again. You're no welcome here. Go away.
We want to enter the room, please.
You no go me old home. No, go away.
I think we should attack.
No, we shouldn't attack. They didn't attack us.
You can try talking to the goblin.
We need to enter the room to investigate the smell. Please let us go in.
Please roll for persuasion check. After thinking a while,
What you give?
5 gold pieces.
the goblin's eyes widened at the sight of the gold coins and gleefully accepted them.
Keys with Norkel. Go find Norkel. Norkel gone yesterday's. No come back. Go find Norkel.
What?
Go find Norkel.
Search the rubbles here.
There's nothing here. Norkel is not here.
Search this place.
Nothing here either. Norkel is not here.
Hint, please. Hint, 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 hint.
Over the next 15 seconds, Greg pleaded for hints.
Please search. It's somewhere here, somewhere on this map.
I will search. Search in front of the camp.
Bodger moved her miniature to the corner in front of the goblin camp.
What is that?
You see rats eating a dead goblin.
What? Did you just put it there?
No, it was here all the time. You never came here to search.
And thus, today's game comes to an end, with the promise of continuation in a month or two. Thank you for watching.